Hello, my Bakugan enthusiasts, and welcome to another episode with a box opening. These are kind of just a couple packages that have just piled up, so I figured, well, you know what, might as well tackle them. They've been in my room for quite a bit, so I figure I might as well just show them off before they get sorted off into my collection. You know, it'd be fun to get a box opening. This one literally just came in today, so I guess we'll be showcasing that.
For us to take the lead, Taylean.
Alrighty, first off here, Subterra Storm Skyress, pretty standard. At least this one opens in comparison to if you saw my Baku Repair episode, at least this one opens just fine. Already a major improvement. Really nice. This one's pretty rare. It's Subterra Snapzoid. You don't really see these too often. I think Aquas is like the more common version. But yeah, I love seeing a Subterra one. I think Pyrus is canon, but I think Subterra looks cool. I mean, he looks like a land beast to me with a long tongue. Helix Dragonoid. Don't have too much to say about this one. 740 isn't that bad. You know, if it was the first printing one, that's not bad. And along with that one, we have here a Ventus, just to get the Helix Dragonoids out of the way. You know, the most common Bakugan out of the Gundalians. Very nice, very nice. Chaos Lumagrowl, always a fan favorite. And this one's 770? What the heck? Wait, that's pretty strong for a Lumagrowl. That's actually impressive. And it's got even little hands here. These make it impossible to close if you don't prepare for these ahead of time. You always have to close these when you're folding him up. Makes it very difficult. Chaos Dharak? Ooh, tail needs a spring there. Okay. Not bad. 640. Wow. Just special love with this one. Hot damn. A little loose there. I don't really think I would repair this one though. A Dharak is just a Dharak. Yeah, look at that. There's no stopping there. Okay. Well, no one did say these had to come in perfect condition. Man. This Akwimos. Akwimos, always a problem with the head butt. It's always the major problem. 670, wow, that's pretty weak. But hey, at least he's the right attribute. That's nice. These were little pluses. These weren't like the actual scores of this one. Ravenoid, 480. A little faded though. Look at that fading on that wing. Wow, that yellow just is entirely rubbed off entirely. I've never seen that before. Look at it, it's yellow on one side and it just faded on the other. My gosh, wow. Okay, Aqua's Baliton. So not the Subterra one. Aquas into Aquas and Pyrus. Oh, this is one of those. So although he's got two attributes, he's already Aquas, so he only changes Aquas into Pyrus. You don't see that too often. Usually they do put two different attributes. It's so cool seeing one attribute into the same attribute. I think that's the same thing with the Hexastar. I think a lot of Hexastars go Pyrus into Pyrus. This one's really nice. Chaos Pearl Centipoid. That is really nice. We might use this one maybe. I only have a couple pearls. And this one's B1, by the way. I don't even think there was any pearl B2s now that I think about it. Golly, that looks so clean. The pearl into Chaos is just, oh, the highlights look so good. It looks majestic with the silver. Ventus Coredem. You know, you don't see this very often. Not gonna lie. You usually see Subterra, Aquas, Pyrus. I rarely see a Ventus. 640. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll evolve this one. Wow, that's so interesting though. Ventus just looks so weird to me. It's really, really... This might look like teal on your screen, but it's a very dark... It's a much brighter green on my screen. So this is really, like, jarring for me. How green he is. Here we got a doozy. Gundalian Cyborg Helios. This is one you do not see very often. Although I've been playing around with him and his tail does not stick. That's just an unfortunate... I don't know how this happened. I hope there was a way... I don't think I can fix this one. The tail is just super loose, so that just becomes a problem when he's rolling. I don't know if there's a way for me to fix this one though. But that's just a real shame how light this tail is. Let's see, it's just super light. Oh man, really? Really? Okay. Maybe I'll fix this one, because this one was kind of cool. Darkest Legacy Foxbat to go with the Darkest Legacy Cyborg. But at least this one's pretty obvious. Here you can see the clip where it's supposed to clip right here. It's just snapped off here. This one I'm willing to take a bet. I can try and see if I can super glue this one to repair this one in my Baku Repair series. Oh my god, these horns are stiff. Okay, there we go. Okay, but yeah, just Darkest Foxbat is always sick. It's even sicker to see it in Legacy with the green. Granted though, I do like the purple, but on him specifically, him being a bat, I do like the green on him. Helios not so much, but I can definitely see the green on Foxbat, you know, him being a bat. This one's a doozy. I'm curious if anybody knows before I open it up what it is. Mutant Elfin, coming out of Mechtanium Surge. That's her head right there. Something, what the heck? Her hands, they pop up. Oh, that's so weird. That's so weird. And this is her spinner. So she's a Baku Tactics. So she will rotate, and then wherever she opens is how much her G power is. Very consistent with the mutants. 850, 950, 700, 750, 800, 800, 850. Ooh, interesting. So her max is 950, which is pretty high for the early stages for mutants. Oh, so the closing mechanism is these two things in the middle. Oh, that is so weird. She doesn't lock. All she does is she just closes herself. So her wings will catch onto this part. Oh, that's so interesting. And if you can't hear it, this one is a die cast. You can feel how heavy the metal is. Oh, it's super cool. I couldn't tell when I bought it if it was a die cast or a plastic. I just didn't care. Oh, that's super cool. Ew, 800? Ew. Maybe somebody learns how to roll her so that way she hits 950 consistently. Oh, that's super cool. Yep, here's another Helix I forgot. Oh, so interesting. He has his G power covered up. Well, he probably wouldn't be any higher than... He's probably like a 640. He probably wouldn't be like 800 or something like that, so I'm not really gonna worry about him. Yes, the main reason why I bought it. Getting another Alpha Hydranoid. Golly, I love when people don't know what's in their lots. A slightly loose head. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix that though. Oh wow, this magnet might actually be better than my magnet. Sorry, let's try that again. Wow, this one actually has a better magnet than mine. I'm actually kind of jealous. Oh, I don't like that head sticking out. This is such a common problem, the heavy metals. Wow, that's a good magnet. Wow, I'm jealous now. But this is the main reason why I bought it. The moment I saw this, I just knew I had to. Ventus Taylean. Man, these guys are hard to find. I think nowadays these are going for like, what, 30 or 40? They've just been slightly harder to find than normal. Because he should be relatively easy. I know Orbium and Skytress, you can... Sorry. Of the Arc 1, he's supposed to be like one of the easiest ones to find. Ooh. I can't tell if this one's die-cast or plastic or not. I really cannot tell. I guess it's a plastic? But yeah, getting a Ventus Taylean for my collection is really... Oh, what the heck? Wait, he has claws? Oh my god, that's so sick. Wow. I did not know that. Oh, that's super cool. Wait, where do you put the nano? Wait. You can't put Hammer more on his arms. Oh, what the heck? Oh. Wait, but Hammer more splits into 2. You're telling me that you can only put 1 Bakugan nano on him? Oh, that sucks. Ah, it'd be so cool to have the 2. I know the Mutant has 2, so I guess they tried to fix that. Okay, so in the Mutant, you would be able to put it on both his sides, but I gotta admit, putting it on OG Taylean just looks better. But yeah, he's definitely one of the harder ones to get. You know, I think you see a lot of Titanium and a lot of... No, actually, I think Titanium is probably the most common one. Taylean is just supposed to be the most cheapest. Because I really struggle in general finding Wolferio. There's a lot of Infinity Helios, so just getting one for a good price. And then definitely a lot of problem getting shoot, what's his name? The water one. Getting the water one. And Boulderon is just impossible. So yeah, I was like, I should at least be able to get Taylean. And then the last one coming out of this box, Preyas Angelo. I just had to get them. You know, the moment you see the black bottom, you know it's an Angelo. Hey, would you look at that? This one actually works in comparison to my Angelo. My Ventus Angelo. It's got a little it's got a fin that doesn't want to come out. This fin. But this one clearly works. I'll have to make a Baku repair series on my Angelo sometime. But yeah, getting a Preyas Angelo. Whoa, 640 is pretty nice for this era. Diablo like tends to be like on the heavier side. He tends to be easier to roll for people statistically. I struggle to roll Angelo a lot. But pulling Diablo is pretty easy. Well, okay, I guess not this time. Okay, that's it for that box.
Now back to Bakugan Battle Brawlers.
Speaking of Preyas, while we're at it, just a standard Aquas Preyas 480. Pretty standard. Really sick. This is the reason why I bought it, not gonna lie. Ventus Mantris. It's just one of my beauties. This is the one I wanted forever. It's actually kind of funny. I think people might consider Subterra to be like the standard one, but I'm sorry. The promo picture always uses a Ventus, so I just grew up with the Ventus look. This purple in particular makes it look really good. I just don't know why. It really adds to the bugginess of him. And B2, which is great. I think most Mantris could be B1 or B2, so the fact that I got a B2 Mantris feels really great, because, you know, then he's not going to break on me. That's something that happened with my my Pyrus Mantris when I got it. He already came broken. At least it was just a little bit on the head. I'll see if maybe I can fix him, but it seems to be like a really difficult one. Oh, that's super nice having a Ventus. I know there's like other attributes for Mantris, but this is the one that like resonates with me the most. Wow. You don't see him a lot. Ventus Wilda, you do not see this very often. You know, I think same thing. I think you see Aquas and Pyrus the most, but seeing Ventus is kind of a treat. His red here is more like pinkish than it is orange. It's very pinkish. That's something I didn't expect. And yeah, deep code into the Baku core here. Is this Primo or Shadow Vulcan? Shadow Vulcan, right? That's what I remember. Not much to say here. Standard. Pretty common for a new Vestroya. Ventus. Blade Tigrerra. Nothing special here, in my opinion. I've got like 5 of her. Very common, especially the Ventus and Pyrus versions. B2 Warius. You do not see him very often. Usually he's in B1. At least I have a lot of Pyrus B1 Warius. So having a B2 one is actually kind of refreshing to me. I think I have one though, but getting a second one is nice. 370 isn't really exciting though, but you know, I remember using him back in the Bakugan video game. I don't know why, if maybe he had like strong early attacks or something, but for some reason he's like one of the most memorable Bakugan I have coming from the video game. B1 Ventus Fear Reaper, 530 out of a B1 is kind of insane, not gonna lie. I have quite a couple of these. Nothing too crazy here. At least he opens and closes great, which is great. He's probably more reliable than his cousin Reaper. Okay, well, at least he stands is all that matters, right? Good bottom magnet is all I care about. If he doesn't open, oh well, whatever. He's still brawling. Oh boy. Aqua's Leefram, I think? I am terrible with these guys, I'm sorry. The Helios pieces in general just get to me. But I love the little green cannon inside. It just adds to the the second color. I like, because you know he's blue, green, and red. So the fact that his mouth is also blue, green, and red really sticks out. And yes, if you didn't know, you could move this this mouth. Wow, he feels great. I like how the blue contrasts the silver on the wings. Looks pretty nice. Ventus Harpus. Kumba with his Bakugan. My god, 300? Damn, that is weak as hell. Oh, what the heck? She must have been like one of the first B2s released, because Harpus I think was only in B2. What the heck? That's weak. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous though. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. She has feet. Wow. Great design, great accents. Just the 300G is insane. And closing a Harpus is really weird too. You have to close the 3 heads at the same time. Really, really interesting. I don't think a lot of kids would get that. While we're on a Harpus. Sirenoid. I already have one, but so this one will probably be for sale. But really cool nonetheless seeing another Sirenoid. Wow, these feet are difficult. Oh my gosh, this foot is not wanting to open. There we go. Jesus Christ. Maybe I'll have to WD-40 that one. 460. Okay, that's pretty average. Not great. But as long as she can open, that's what I liked about this lot, right? This lot had both the Harpus and the Sirenoid. It was just kind of like a 2-in-1 deal. And the Mantris, so that was already kind of like a deal for me. Like, yeah, I really want this. But yeah, just having an extra Sirenoid is pretty nice. Nice. I mean, of course, that was my fault. she landed on me. Not exactly sturdy. Okay, she does not have a good magnet. Okay. I made sure mine was a good magnet. The winner, the main reason why I got it. Dude, clear Tigrerra. I've never seen this before. B2 is sick. You can tell because it's got the hole up here. 580, somewhat decent. Absolutely gorgeous. She really resembles her Chaos self. Darkest Larslion, man. I love the red accents because usually most of these guys are purple. Seeing the red accent on here is insane. I love it. But every Larslion I have is just terrible to roll. I never like rolling them. And then what I think is a showstopper. Subterra B1 Griffin. I have never seen this before. I didn't even know this was in here until I just opened it right now. It's like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that before. But yeah, Griffin is pretty rare. You usually see it in Pyrus or Ventus, but never Subterra.
We're taking Magmel down for good, Drago!
Alright, so now we're ready for part 3. Unlike the first two, I kind of had an idea more or less of what was in these boxes, but this one is completely brand new, just arrived today, so you're going to be seeing these as well as when I am. Oh, wow. So, this whole lot is entirely dedicated to Mechtanium, you know, those big mechas that nobody liked. I personally have a soft spot for Mechtaniums. You will be seeing me upload a video on it later on the channel. Wow, this is impressive that this is a McDonald's Zenthon. Wow, it's actually got a lot more details than I kind of thought there would be. Obviously, you press the button here, you get the two Zenthon wings to pop out, and its arms move. That's honestly really close to like the real Zenthon. The tail. Is there a G-Power? I don't think so. I don't think there is a G-Power. Weird. Okay. So you just play with them, but you wouldn't be able to fight with them like the other little toys. Because there's no G-Power in this one. Okay, interesting. Well, that's an Aqua Zenthon. Oh my god, this is epic. So this here is a Darkest Dreadeon, so this one is canon to the anime. Wow, that's super cool. And then you have the little button here. Wow. To think that's all it does, but it's just that easy. Oh, there is the G-Power. Oh, this one's 270. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this one's 250. Oh, so you can play with them. Oh, that's cool. Epic. I don't know if there was any Mechtanium cards, though. I do not know, because I know New Australian Gundalian had cards, but I'm not sure about Mechtanium cards. Wow, I would have to learn about that. But that's cool. And how simple the mechanism is, too. So, if you know, this is Ravenoid's Mechtanium. Oh, that's so cool. How interesting, the posable legs, even though we don't have that in the actual figures. I'll show you mine in a sec. Darkest Silent Strike. Okay, same thing. Posable arms, movable feet, and the button on the back. Wow, for a 260 boost. Oh, it's so simple. It's so simple. The mechanism is just a lock right here. You press it. Oh, that's so cool. 260. Aqua's Dreadeon. Cool. So, if you didn't know, they only printed Dreadeon in Darkest. So, it's kind of cool that you probably could have made the one of the last episodes, they had all 5 Dreadeons. No, Raisin Titans, right? I think they had 5 Raisin Titans go across the world. Okay, so you wouldn't be able to do that with this. Okay, and 270 there, which matches the 270 on Dreadeon. So that's pretty strong, I guess, in this. Because you were supposed to at McDonald's play with them with ability cards, right? So you would get your 1 card and your 1 Mechtanium and your 1 Bakugan, and you have them fight with each other. So that's pretty cool to see that they had relatively the same G power. I think the Candelian ones were like more diverse in G powers. They would be like 850 and 750, something like that. Okay, so it was Dreadeon, not it was Raisin Titan, not Dreadeon. And then 1 more Dreadeon for good measure. There's the 270. So yeah, nothing surprising there. Just have to get the McDonald's out of the way first.
We might be calling on you soon, Mechtanium Zenthon!
And this is my first time seeing them too. Okay, so this is a, oh my gosh. This is a real Ventus Zenthon. Wow. Covered up G power. I've never seen that before. Wow, at least not in this era. For how beat up he is, right? You can see all these marks here. Wow, Ventus is kind of rare to find. Subterra, I think, is the rarest one, but Ventus is pretty uncommon too. So I grabbed this lot particularly because I don't have a lot of Ventus Mechtanium. So that would be pretty nice to get, and you know, it's kind of like whatever. You know, if you get Zenthon, it's okay. But it's really cool. Oh my gosh, he comes with a sword. So if you didn't know, Zenthon's supposed to come with 2 swords, and they usually attach right here at the feet. So if I pull it out right now, this works exactly the same as with, oh my gosh, with Mechtanium. Wow, that is really stuck on there. Sorry, Baku Nanos are also stickable in the same poses. A lot of Mechtanium came with separate parts and they get lost. Oh my gosh, and you can see the inner green leg. Well, anyhow, this one goes on the leg, so it probably goes here. Oh my god, that's so cool, seeing a Zenthon with the actual sword. Okay, let me just close him up. They're a little difficult because you have to close them by the wing first. And then you close the... there we go. And then I have with me here today, because I knew this was coming in, the Zenthon ability card. So this is separate from my own collection. But these are the activator cards, and these are what you put on the magnet side right there. A shame that it's so tall for the camera. I guess because we were just been doing Bakugan most of the time today. Weird. Okay. So yeah, there goes the arms and the wings pop out. If I know myself, it's probably 170 or 180 in here, but it's just really impressive to see that it's actually sealed. I've never seen that before. I kind of like the green on the Mechtanium. On your camera, it's probably more teal, but this is a very good green for me, and I'm just kind of impressed. The fact that it came with the sword is great, because these always get lost. Another Zenthon, but this is the, I believe they call it the battle suit version, or the combat suit version. And this one does have a clear 180 right there. I already have one in my collection, but this is, you know, not the reason why I got it. But it's still nevertheless impressive to have another one. Let's just close him up. If I can. Zenthon remains one of the worst designed Mechtanium in my opinion. I think just opening and closing him is so terrible. Especially when this arm guard like gets in the way too. Like everything just gets in the way. The arms with the wings with the back, the wings with the activator card. And then these little spikes that you have to lock are also just poorly designed. There we go. this is the sole reason why I made the purchase. And this is a real Swift Sweep. So the moment I saw it, I just knew I had to get it. I have yet to have seen a Swift Sweep since I started collecting. So the moment I saw one, I was like, oh my gosh, I need this. He is so buggy. That's something I didn't expect. You know, I didn't expect the tail to be this thick. It's also kind of devious how you have these ports here, but they do not fit Bakunano. These are not Bakunano ports. This one is, for example. These two in the back. Not this one. So officially he only has 2 ports plus his 2 hands, but these on this tail certainly seem like it. So if you didn't know, Rafe is the owner of Wolfurio. So he would be Chaos, but screw Spin Master and their inability to produce canon attribute Mechtagon. Shoutouts to you and Nubistroy, if you know. Wow, this is so epic. His fins, they don't move, but his arms do. Anyhow, we'll get right now to the main show. Well, it's already kind of coming out already. Here's the activator, and just for today, I also brought out of my collection my Swift Sweep activator card. He was already coming loose. You gotta admit how slim he is. The fact that he even has an activation at all is just kind of impressive. So yeah, they only printed him in Ventus and Aquos. Oh, even the tail moves. Oh, that's super cool. Okay, and there was the activation. So out of his chest, 2 arms come out. So these are the 2 mini arms that hide up into his chest with his bigger. And then his panel opens up to reveal his chest. So I assume this is how he shot lasers in the battle. And as you can see right there, 170 Gs as well. Again, he's only printed in Ventus or Aquos. And between the two, there's quite a few Aquos Mechtagon. So I didn't want to overlap, so I wanted a Ventus to stand out because we have enough Ventus. We have enough Aquos already. So I would just close him up. But it's very impressive how thin he looks, and the fact that they were able to hide this into the chest piece. Okay, let's just do it one more time, just because this is really worth the show. Oh, yeah. These guys really bring me much happiness. And you gotta admit, articulation is very good for their time. I also liked him being bug-ish, right? You can tell this is like a very common Raider mask. So I kind of wanted the Ventus on purpose, just because of the, the bug theme, bugs with grass, right? It kind of felt appropriate. But Swift Sweep is definitely one of the rare ones to my collection. I think I'm only missing like 2 or 3 Mechtagon left. But yeah, he was the main reason why I bought this collection, was just because I really, really could not find Swift Sweep. And you can find Vex Fist, Rock Fists. Those aren't really a problem. Accelerak is a bit of a problem. Luckily, I did get him. So the only ones I was really struggling with, besides Chromopod, because that's just impossible, of the main cast, were him and one of the Chaos Bakugan. I forgot which one. I'm sure I'll put the picture here as soon as I remember it. But yeah, that was it for the opening. Just wanted to showcase. I know Mechtagon are not really a popular thing to collect in the fandom, but I really want to show it off. I think they're kind of cool. I enjoy them a little bit more than the suits and the vehicles, which is kind of funny considering most people really do like the suits and the vehicles, right? They make your Bakugan evolve, and these guys are just kind of like separate pieces. But I kind of like them. I think they're cool. They have the arm posability, and they really say a lot about the design choices in Mechtanium Surge. Anyhow, that was it for the opening. I'll be sure to be posting more brawls and I hope to see you guys soon.